Welcome back, everybody. You know I love a good strategy, and you guys sent in some really interesting stuff about making those year-end charitable donations go further.
Yeah.
So we're going to dive into matching gift programs today.
Oh, cool.
And the timing really couldn't be better.
It really is fascinating how much giving gets compressed into
Yeah.
December.
Right.
And for anyone looking to really maximize their charitable impacts,
Yeah.
Yeah.
understanding how these matching gift programs work is key.
It is key. We're talking about potentially doubling, even tripling your donations power, but
Yeah.
it goes beyond just the simple math, right? There's a whole psychological layer to this.
You hit the nail on the head. I mean,
Yeah.
think about it. When you see that your donation will be matched,
Mm-hmm.
it instantly feels more valuable. You're not just giving, you're part of something bigger,
Right.
a collective effort.
Mm-hmm.
Studies have shown that this sense of social proof can be a major motivator for donors.
It's like that everyone's doing it effect,
Right.
but in a good way. So let's break it down for someone totally new to this. How do these matching gift programs actually work?
The typical flow is pretty straightforward. You make your donation to a qualifying nonprofit,
Okay,
and then you submit a request to your company, usually through an online portal.
got it.
They verify the details, and boom, they send the matching funds directly to the organization.
Okay, so it's not like I need to become a detective,
No.
tracking down forms and mailing things in.
No, definitely not.
Okay, good.
Companies want to make this easy for their employees.
Right.
Of course, there are some guidelines to follow,
Sure.
like match ratios and annual limits.
Mm-hmm.
But the process itself is usually streamlined.
That makes sense. And we know December is crunch time for this,
Yeah.
with a lot of programs having that December 31st deadline.
Right.
But isn't there a risk that all this urgency
Yeah.
leads to more impulsive giving rather than thoughtful philanthropy?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
And it's something that nonprofits really grapple with. While that year-end push is undeniably effective,
Right.
fostering a culture of year-round strategic giving is crucial.
Mm-hmm.
It's about finding that balance between capitalizing on the moment and encouraging donors to approach their giving
Right.
with intentionality.
So how do nonprofits thread that needle? It's not just about blasting out reminders about deadlines, is it?
Right. Smart organizations are weaving matching gift information into their communication strategies
Okay.
throughout the year.
Yeah.
Think welcome packets for new donors, regular impact reports highlighting how matched funds were used,
Right.
even subtle reminders in event invitations or newsletters.
It's like planting those seeds early on
Yeah.
so that when December rolls around, donors are already primed and ready to take advantage of those matching opportunities.
Exactly. And when you showcase the impact those matched donations have had,
Yeah.
maybe a specific project funded or a life changed,
Mm-hmm.
it reinforces the value of their contribution, and it strengthens that donor relationship.
Speaking of relationships, I'm curious about the corporate side of things. What are the different models we see
Yeah.
for collaboration between nonprofits and businesses when it comes to matching gifts?
There's a spectrum, really.
Okay.
Some companies take a very hands-off approach,
Right.
simply offering the matching program as an employee benefit.
Mm-hmm.
Others are much more proactive, partnering with specific nonprofits,
Okay.
even integrating giving opportunities into their company culture
Yeah.
through things like volunteer grant programs.
Volunteer grant programs. Tell me more about that.
Essentially, the company provides a financial grant to the nonprofit
Okay.
based on the number of hours their employees volunteer.
Interesting.
So it's not just about matching dollars, it's recognizing and valuing that hands-on commitment from their employees.
That's amazing. It seems like those sorts of initiatives would be a huge morale booster for employees,
Absolutely.
knowing that their company is backing their passion for giving back.
Absolutely. It reinforces that idea of shared value.
Yeah.
And it creates a stronger connection between the employee, the company, and the causes that they support.
So we've got this ecosystem of individual donors, nonprofits, and corporations each playing a role.
Yeah.
But let's zoom in on the nonprofits for a minute.
Okay.
What are some of the challenges they face when it comes to effectively managing and promoting these matching gift programs?
One of the biggest hurdles is simply getting the word out to the right donors at the right time.
Okay.
You might have someone ready to make a generous donation who has no idea their company offers a match.
Right.
And then there's the challenge of staying organized,
Right.
tracking donor eligibility,
Yeah.
managing deadlines, ensuring all the paperwork is submitted correctly. It can get complex quickly.
It sounds like a logistical puzzle, especially for smaller nonprofits
Absolutely.
with limited staff and resources.
Absolutely, and that's where technology comes in. We've got a whole suite of tools and platforms designed to simplify this process. From donor databases that flag matching gift eligibility to automated systems that handle the communication and submission.
Okay, I'm definitely going to need you to unpack some of those tools and features for us.
Sure.
But first, I want to touch on a potential pitfall.
Okay.
With all this emphasis on matching, are we inadvertently undervaluing the unmatched donation? Like, is it okay to just give $50 if your company doesn't offer a match?
That's such an important point.
Yeah.
Every donation, matched or not,
Yeah.
is an act of generosity that deserves to be celebrated.
Of course.
Nonprofits understand this.
Right.
It's about maximizing the potential of every gift,
Right.
but never implying that one type of giving is better than another.
So it's about empowering donors to give in whatever way feels meaningful to them.
Exactly.
While also making sure they're aware of all the options available.
Exactly. And that brings us back to those tools and platforms you mentioned.
Okay.
Let's dive into some specific examples.
Okay.
And see how they can help nonprofits not only manage matching gifts, but also elevate their overall fundraising strategies.
Okay. Lead the way.
Yeah.
I'm ready to explore this tech landscape and see how it can transform the way we approach giving,
Yeah.
especially during this crucial December push.
Awesome.
All right, I'm picturing a nonprofit development director somewhere maybe a little overwhelmed by the idea of adding matching gift management to their already full plate.
Yeah.
Where do they even start with these tools and platforms?
A good starting point is to think about what their specific pain points are.
Okay.
Are they struggling with donor communication,
Mm-hmm.
tracking eligibility,
Right.
reporting to their board on the success of their matching gift program?
Okay.
There's a solution out there for pretty much any challenge you can think of.
So it's about finding the right fit for your organization's needs and resources.
Right.
Let's say communication is a big one.
Well,
What are some tools that can help nonprofits effectively get the word out about matching gifts?
you've got platforms like Double the Donation
Okay.
that integrate directly with donation forms.
Mm-hmm.
So when a donor enters their employer information,
Right.
it automatically checks for matching gift eligibility
Oh, wow.
and prompts them to submit a request right then and there.
Okay.
No more relying on separate emails or follow-ups that might get lost in the shuffle.
That's so smart.
Yeah.
It's like meeting the donor where they are at the moment of generosity and
Yeah.
making it super easy for them to take that extra step.
Exactly. And it takes a lot of the burden off the nonprofit staff.
Right.
Instead of manually checking every donor's eligibility,
Yeah.
they can rely on the platform to do that heavy lifting.
Okay, but what about those donors who might not be making their donation online?
Yeah.
Say someone sends a check in the mail
Right.
or contributes at an event.
Good.
How do you catch those potential matching gift opportunities?
That's where donor management systems or CRMs come into play.
Okay.
Many of these systems have matching gift functionality built in.
Mm-hmm.
You can enter a donor's employer information,
Right.
and it will flag any potential matches, prompting you to reach out with personalized communication.
So even with offline donations, you're not missing out on those opportunities to double the impact.
Precisely. And these systems can do so much more than just flag eligibility.
Yeah.
They can track deadlines, automate follow-up reminders,
Wow.
even generate reports that show the total amount of matched funds raised,
Right.
which is super helpful for demonstrating the program's success to your board or funders.
It's like having a matching gift command center right there on your computer.
Exactly.
But let's talk about the human element for a minute. We can automate all we want,
Yeah,
but ultimately building strong relationships with donors is key, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Technology is a powerful tool,
Right.
but it's the human connection that truly fuels generosity.
Mm-hmm.
And those personalized touches,
Yeah.
those genuine expressions of gratitude, those
Yeah.
updates that show the impact of their matched donation.
Right.
That's what cultivates loyalty and inspires repeat giving.
So how can nonprofits leverage technology to enhance those personal connections rather than replace them?
Many platforms now offer features like personalized email templates,
Okay.
automated thank you notes that mention the matching gift,
Right.
even the ability to segment your donor list based on matching gift eligibility, so you can tailor your communication accordingly.
So instead of sending out a generic thank you for your donation email blast,
Right.
you can target specific donors with messages that resonate with their giving history and their company's matching program.
Exactly. It's about using technology to create a more personalized and impactful donor experience.
It's interesting to think about how these tools can empower nonprofits to be more strategic and efficient with their fundraising.
Yeah.
But what about the corporations themselves? What role do they play in promoting and supporting these matching gift programs?
It really varies from company to company.
Yep.
Some are very proactive,
Yeah.
featuring matching gift information prominently on their intranet, hosting workshops for employees, even offering incentives for participation.
Wow.
Others take a more passive approach, simply making the program available without actively promoting it.
So there's a spectrum of engagement, just like with the nonprofits.
Exactly.
But what are some best practices for companies looking to really maximize participation in their matching gift programs?
Clear communication is key.
Okay.
Make sure employees know about the program,
Right.
understand how it works,
Mm-hmm.
and can easily access the necessary resources.
Right.
And don't be afraid to showcase those feel-good stories.
Yeah.
Highlight employees who've made a difference through matching gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Share testimonials from beneficiary organizations.
Okay.
And celebrate those collective wins.
It's like creating a culture of giving within the company
Exactly.
where employees feel empowered and encouraged to participate.
Right?
And it's not just about the warm fuzzies, right?
Right.
There are tangible benefits for companies that prioritize matching gift programs. We've touched on employee morale and engagement, but it goes beyond that.
Right.
Matching gift programs can strengthen a company's brand reputation, attract and retain top talent, even improve customer loyalty.
It can.
It's a win-win-win.
It is a win-win-win.
It's amazing how something as seemingly simple as matching a donation can have such a ripple effect,
Yeah.
benefiting individuals, nonprofits, and corporations alike.
It really is.
It's a testament to the power of collective generosity.
Mm.
The idea that when we come together and pool our resources, we can achieve incredible things.
Absolutely.
And speaking of coming together,
Okay.
I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the role of collaboration in maximizing the impact of matching gifts.
Yeah.
We've talked about nonprofits partnering with businesses,
Right.
but what about nonprofits working together?
That's a great point.
Yeah,
We often see nonprofits competing for the same pool of donors,
right.
but there's
Yeah.
so much potential for collaboration,
Right.
especially when it comes to matching gifts. Imagine a group of nonprofits in a similar field pooling their resources to create a shared matching gift campaign.
So instead of each organization going in alone,
Exactly.
they join forces to amplify their message and reach a wider audience.
Exactly. They could
Yeah.
share the cost of marketing materials,
Okay.
co-host events to educate donors about matching gifts, and even create a friendly competition to see which organization can raise the most matched funds.
It's like turning competition into collaboration,
Right.
leveraging that collective energy to maximize the impact for everyone involved.
Precisely. And it fosters a spirit of community and shared purpose,
Right.
which ultimately benefits the entire sector.
This is so inspiring.
Yeah.
It feels like we're shifting the paradigm from individual giving to collective giving, recognizing that when we work together, our generosity can be exponentially more powerful.
Absolutely. And matching gifts are a fantastic vehicle for driving that collective impact.
Right.
They provide a tangible way for us to amplify our individual contributions,
Yeah.
to join forces with others who share our passions,
Mhm.
and to create a world where generosity flourishes.
This conversation has been a real eye-opener for me.
Yeah.
It's not just about the mechanics of matching gifts,
Right.
but the underlying spirit of generosity that fuels this entire ecosystem.
It's heartwarming, isn't it?
It is.
To see individuals, corporations, and nonprofits coming together,
Yeah.
driven by this shared desire to make a difference in the world.
And knowing that every dollar matched, every hour volunteered, every act of kindness is contributing to a brighter future fills me with hope.
Me too. It's a reminder that even amidst the challenges we face,
Yeah.
there's so much good happening in the world, so much potential for positive change.
And as we move towards the final part of our deep dive,
Right.
I want to shift our focus to something a little more personal,
Okay?
the donor experience.
Yeah.
We've talked about tools and strategies,
Right.
but what does it actually feel like to be on the giving end of a matching gift program?
I'd love to explore that.
Yeah.
It's one thing to understand the mechanics,
Right.
but it's another to step into the shoes of the donor and understand what motivates them, what inspires them,
Yeah.
and what makes them feel truly connected to the causes they support.
Let's delve into that emotional landscape and see how we can create a more meaningful and impactful experience for every donor every time. I think back to donations I've made, and honestly, the ones that really stick with me are the ones where I felt a personal connection to the cause.
Right.
Matching gifts can play a role in that, right? It's not just about the money.
Absolutely.
It's about that feeling of partnership.
It really is. When a donor sees that their company is willing to match their gift, it reinforces their belief in the organization and its mission.
Right.
It's like a vote of confidence, a signal that their generosity is valued and will be used effectively.
And that can create a powerful ripple effect. If I see that my company cares about a particular cause, I might be more likely to get involved myself.
Right.
Maybe even go beyond just donating and volunteer my time or skills.
That's the beauty of it. Matching gift programs can be a gateway to deeper engagement.
Right.
Fostering a culture of giving that extends beyond just financial contributions.
So how can nonprofits tap into that emotional side of giving? It's not enough to just slap a matching gift available banner on their donation page, right?
Right. It's about telling stories that connect with donors on a human level.
Okay.
Instead of just listing statistics, showcase the impact those match donations have had.
Right.
Share a testimonial from someone whose life was changed because of a program framed by matching gifts.
It's like that age-old storytelling principle show, don't tell.
Exactly.
Paint a vivid picture of the difference those donations are making and let the emotions flow naturally.
Exactly. And don't underestimate the power of gratitude.
Yeah.
A personalized thank you note mentioning the matching gift and how it will be used can go a long way in creating that warm, fuzzy feeling that keeps donors coming back.
It's those little touches that make a big difference. Speaking of little touches, I'm thinking about all the different ways nonprofits can weave matching gift information into their communications throughout the year.
Right.
What are some creative examples you've seen?
I love this one. A nonprofit included a little matching gift icon next to each donor's name in their annual report.
Interesting.
It was a subtle but effective way to recognize those who participated and remind others about the program.
That's brilliant. It's visual, it's memorable, and it doesn't feel like you're hitting people over the head with a sales pitch.
Right. And another organization created a series of short, shareable videos featuring donors talking about why they chose to give through their company's matching gift program.
Cool.
It was a way to personalize the message and let real people tell the story.
Those are great examples. It's about thinking outside the box and finding creative ways to keep matching gifts top of mind without being repetitive or boring. But let's circle back to that December 31st deadline that looms over everything.
Right.
Any tips for nonprofits on navigating that final push without creating a frenzy?
It's all about finding the right balance between urgency and inspiration.
Okay.
Instead of just bombarding donors with deadline approaching messages, try weaving in some feel-good stories about the impact their match donations will have.
So it's about reminding them why they're giving in the first place.
Exactly.
Connecting them back to that sense of purpose and generosity that's at the heart of it all.
Precisely. And when you combine that emotional appeal with clear and concise information about how to take advantage of the matching gift program, you're setting donors up for success.
It's been an incredible deep dive exploring not just the how-tos of matching gifts, but the heart behind them as well. I'm walking away feeling energized, knowing that each of us has the power to amplify our giving.
And make a real difference in the world.
We do.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with a final thought.
Okay.
Don't wait for someone else to make the first move. Be the one who sparks that ripple effect.
Yeah.
Explore your company's matching gift program. Reach out to your favorite nonprofits. And discover the joy of doubling your impact this December.
And remember, even if your company doesn't offer a match, every act of generosity, big or small, makes a difference.
Thanks for joining us on this journey of exploration and happy giving.